We've got a full set gel polish application with glitter press, parentheses nail art, all within 30 minutes right now on real time. We've got a very highly requested video today, gel polish application, full set. Tracey's adding a little twisteroonie, which is the nail art, the glitter press. It's really to show you that your gel polish application should be quick.
It's not something that should take a long time.
Exactly. And obviously I've seen you do gel polish before in the past. I've seen removal reapplication, which we have a video on.
Yep.
You do that very quick. This is like somebody come in, natural nails, wants a full set application.
They're heaven sent at that point. Like, nothing on, and you just need, sweet.
Yeah.
And cha-ching.
Exactly. You're gonna make some money. But the best part is this should not take that long. And the reason, again, I like what Tracey's gonna do is you get to see her do this in real time. Time-saving techniques, correct?
Yes.
Little nail art, correct?
Yes.
Are you ready?
No.
Let's do it.
Okay. He cracks me up every time. Habib's always a little weird. We're going to start by pushing back the cuticle. So what are we doing on you today, Miss Steph?
Gel polish on natural nails. It's a little glitter press, I believe.
Are you going to go crazy with short nails?
I've kind of gotten used to it at this point. It's every time we have something to do, you know?
Okay, so after we push back, I'm going to actually prep her with a medium grit arbor band. Now, I know some people don't prep with a e-file for their gel polish. Some just buff. I know others that don't actually do any of it. They just cleanse. And honestly, I think if you really want it to last and stay with no problems, we're just lightly going over it, making sure we remove the shine, making sure that cuticle's nice and clean. And I know that she's not going to have any problems. I feel like a lot of people have educated their clients that gel polish is like a polish, and it's not. It's an enhancement. So we definitely have to prep.
Do you feel like the grit of the file makes a difference in the wear of the gel polish?
I do. Because if you are taking like a really fine buffer, you're just kind of smoothing the nail out. Sorry, not laughing at that. I was totally laughing at something else. But if you smooth out the nail and then you put gel polish on, it's going to chip. You're going to have issues. And again, I mean, we're just really going in with a really light touch. I want to make sure she gets no peeling, she has no problems. Even if I prep with her this way every time, we're not going to run into issues. We're not going to thin her nail down. We're just going to use swipe. I'm acting like it was a how much, sorry. I'm just going to cleanse, remove all the dust. Habib had a question the other day for me. He said sometimes you really scrub with the brush and other times you don't, and it really just depends how much dust I have on the nail or what I'm cleansing for. I tend to scrub a little bit more for prep because I want to make sure it's really, really clean. Protein bond, it's always helpful if you're prepared. Now, if you are going to soak the nail, I don't recommend prepping or protein bonding the whole surface of the nail. For me, I electric file all my gel polish off, so I cover the whole surface of the nail with protein bond, and then I really don't have to worry about any issues. If you are going to soak, I recommend just doing the very tip, and then that way it won't chip from the tip of the nail, and you're usually going to shorten when they come back in before you remove with acetone, so you won't run into any issues. But I guarantee if you protein bond, you're not gonna get this gel polish off. Okay, so I only protein bond once with my gel polish. We're gonna go into our base. Gonna put a nice little thin coat. For her, her nails are pretty naturally even. And I know, guys, I am blessed to work on stuff. It makes my life much easier. We will try to find, I think we need to do like Habib or Greg. Everybody wants a little more of a challenge. So I don't really have to float. I'm just kind of pushing it down. If a client has like ridges or something like that, I'll tend to float it, and that way it kind of fills that all in and makes my application a little smoother. If they're really bad, then I actually have to go through an extra step of kind of removing the sticky layer and then going into like maybe lightly taking a 180 buffer and smoothing stuff out. But that's rare.
I've heard of people having issues with their gel polish somewhat shrinking away from the sides. Can you tell me about why that would happen?
So a lot of times if you're getting shrinking, it has to do with oil on the plate. Or it could also be that you smooth the nail out so much, it just is naturally pulling away. The benefit of long nails. So that could be an issue too, but normally it's an oil issue. If there's something on there that you don't want. Let's get that side corner. People are catching me on that side, man, with the thumbs. I really need to get my eyes checked. Okay, so it's just a 30-second cure. Usually by the time I put the first coat on and I do the other hand, she's ready to come out of the light. So we're gonna get our Black 101 because we're gonna do a little bit of a glitter press. So I love using black for it because it's really gonna make the glitter pop. And I hope my head's not in the way.
He would tell you.
He would. Throw something at the back of my head.
In salon, about how long were you booking for gel polishes?
30 minutes. And that's even if they needed removal.
Okay.
Just about 30. Okay, so I have the shakes pretty bad today. So we're just gonna do a couple nails and switch it out.
And why is that?
That way I know it doesn't move while I'm trying to work out my shakes. So I'm gonna take a little more time because of the shakes. That way I can get it close to the cuticle, as close as possible. And then it won't run into the cuticles while I'm working on the other ones.
Do you feel like that helps or hurts your time overall?
It doesn't hurt your time at all because you're always in motion. You're always working on something. So instead of stressing about it, it actually costs you time. If you're gonna stress about it and you put this on and it moves on you, then you're gonna have to go through all the trouble of cleaning up, fixing it. This way, I don't have to worry about it. So it actually will be faster in the long run. Some days I can get all 5 fingers on. I have a little more confidence. There's confident days and there's non-confident days. We all have them. Today is not necessarily a confident day. So we're just gonna do a couple. But again, it's not gonna cost us at all.
So the 2 lights is huge again with that?
So I know that when you guys are first starting, it can be really expensive to get started. And I understand because I was there myself. But if you can afford it, when you can afford it, invest in 2 lights. It's going to make your life so much easier. And you'll be able to do go way faster, and it's more comfortable because the lights are on the side. It's more comfortable for the client. It's not in the middle of the desk. They're not crossing their hands over. We're not running into those issues. It's just better all the way around. If you can't do it at first, I couldn't. I worked with 1 light for quite a while, but eventually invest. And invest, you know, these LED lights. I know that, you know, we're all like, oh, they last 3 million years. If your gel polished starts to not set up and you're running into issues, of course we can't replace the lights in an LED. Just replace the whole light. You can't replace the bulbs, just replace the whole light. It's, instead of increasing your time, I've seen people do that. Well, I just double cure. And it's like, well, that's actually costing you time now because you're double curing.
Time is money.
Time is money. It really, really is. So let's get this. I love Black 101.
I really like ManiQ polish in general. Obviously, we're biased, but it is...
Don't tell Greg I'm going to use his new brush for this.
It is such a like true gel polish So it doesn't have any kind of nail polish characteristics like shrinking or wrinkling or shriveling.
Yeah.
And it's insanely different than some of the other brands that I've experimented with, and it really shows.
Okay, so we're gonna use the sticky. Yeah, I totally agree with you, but we're going to, switching the subject, we're gonna go ahead and start our press, and we're just gonna do a random kind of look. Kind of like this look. It's like a, what would you call it? Like a oil slick almost?
Yeah, like
Or
oil slick, galaxy.
beetle.
Yep.
And I just kind of mix and match. Each nail is going to be a little bit different. And I think we'll probably double do these. That way we have strength too. So if you have a client with weak nails, you can do a couple things. We have ManiQ in a pot. We get a lot of questions about that, what that is. What ManiQ pot is basically ManiQ Base in a thicker version. So if you have someone with weak nail beds, you can use that, or you can double base, or you can build multiple layers. For her, I only did one layer of the gel polish because I know I'm going to do a couple layers of the glitter, and that's going to build bulk. So I'm always thinking of like, what's the outcome? What's it going to look like?
I used to even use Synergy Gel Base for some clients. I would always charge more for it because it was definitely like additive to the service. But for people that wanted to grow their natural nails to more of like almost fake nail length, they could do the Synergy Gel, and it would give them harder, more durable base under their gel polish for them to be able to grow their natural nails.
I like that. And you didn't you electrify your stuff off, so you weren't worried about it, right?
Right.
That's, I know a couple people that do that, and I think that's a really good idea. It gives that little strength to it, a little more flexibility, I think.
A lot of people really like to have their natural nails, like clients. They have a big thing about that. I know. I never really got. I'm like, I really don't care, but for those that do, so yeah, they wanted it to be their natural nails, but they wanted them to be more of like an enhancement type length.
You know what I should have done?
Top coat.
I should have done that way. It was curing while I was doing the press in the other one. Time saver, guys. After you press, put your top coat right on the top of it. That way it's curing, getting ready for that second layer of glitter we're gonna do. And that way it's gonna pop.
What is your time saver recommendation for the glitter that's gonna get in your top coat?
Have 2 top coats. Because
huge time saver. That one is very important.
Oh my gosh. I used to have like 4 top coats sitting at my disposal at any time. First of all, everybody in the salon would steal. And second of all, I was constantly grabbing the wrong top coat and using it for glitter. So I'm like, okay,
gotta get a fresh one.
Start again. We can remember next time. And I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's trying to pick glitter out of your top coat. Don't even. Just let it go. Let it go moment.
Yeah, that was always that was where I spent a lot of time. Same, I would be like, oh no, I can remember. Nope.
Never. And I was always be like, you just have to look at the lid, because the one that you use for top coat, for glitter, the lid is always just full of glitter. But yet I still couldn't figure it out.
You're moving in the salon.
Move, get it done, right? So we're just going through really quickly. This is just a light coat. I'm not trying to really build up any bulk to it. So doing the 5 nails at a time is not a problem because it's not gonna run on me at all. And let's do a little more. Do our little second coat. And this is actually gonna help build a little dimension. Again, I'm not really kind of trying to hit it where I hit it before, but not overthinking it. And those jewel colors, man, they're just so cool it's almost fall.
This was a pretty common set for me in salon because it looked so cool and it kind of goes with everything, and it's I did it a lot around New Year's, bling. And then yeah, kind of, and you can always change the glitters up to get a different effect.
Yeah, I liked it. Do a lot of like, we'd start at one end, like the blue on one end, and just start doing a vertical ombre in it. That was kind of cool too. Okay, let's get our top coat on.
Can you file the free edge after the gel polish application?
Absolutely. So a lot of people will ask us that because they're afraid they're going to break the seal. Especially with glitter, you're not, but even with color, I always file afterwards because I think it really shows its true shape, and I'm really able to get a better looking shape if I file a little bit afterwards. Plus, there's, especially if you're using glitter, you're going to have little particles kind of sticking, poking out. You can go through and kind of take care of those. Go ahead and see, Habib, this took longer than 10 minutes. He's like, this is only going to take. I'm like, no, let's do some glitter. We'll be fine.
How long? We have, if you guys are curious, there's another video where we did a removal and a gel polish application. It's for those of you wondering. If you just search that on our YouTube, that'll pop up.
Yeah, that one was kind of fun because we were comparing it to like an acetone removal, like what's the difference in time. And I think we were able to finish the removal and reapplication with the electric file before we were ever done with the soaking off. So big difference. So dusting off that glitter like I am with that brush, not only is it going to pull it out of the nail grooves, it's going to flatten everything out so you don't feel it with your top coat. Some people like to top coat twice. It doesn't really cost you much time, but they're so worried that their client is going to feel something, or maybe the client needs a little extra strength, they'll go ahead and top coat twice, and you can do that too. I find that if you flatten it, get everything out of those grooves, you're pretty good to go. Okay, and the light. Let's clean this up. Pretty.
Very pretty mess.
Beautiful mess, if there's such a thing. Let's grab our ManiQ Cleanse, some nail wipes, and let's get you clean.
Why do you need to use cleanse rather than swipe?
So swipe actually has acetone in it, and since acetone affects a gel polish, we don't typically want to use it. I'll use it if I'm in a pinch, but you would lightly want to do it. You don't want to oversaturate the gel polish with an acetone before and hope everything. It'll dull it first of all, and then you run the risk of running into problems. So if you guys see, for me it's much easier to shape her once the product's on because I can see her lines. Cool. Next, well, I guess we don't have to measure this time. They're all short. It's time saver.
These are very beautiful for natural nails.
I like how you state for natural nails. They are very beautiful for natural nails.
Be typing like a machine.
Yes, you will. Time saver, see? I'm helping you.
Yep.
Help to answer everybody's posts quicker. So I don't know where my nippers are, so I'm actually filing the excess glitter off of you.
That's fine.
And right there. And I do like to go up the side walls just in case there's any glitter lingering in there. I do like these. Are you going to keep these for the fashion show? No.
Probably.
Okay, that's oil.
I mean, yeah, probably. Got a lot of work to do between now and then.
Perfect. So always love to oil without making an oil slick. And then once they rinse, it's going to take all the excess off. It'll be kind of perfect. And you are done, ma'am.
Thank you.
18 minutes, and I think it's like 26 seconds. Let's say just 18 and a half minutes of full set application, a little bit of nail art, glitter. That's what I'm talking about. Why do people take an hour, or we've seen longer, we've seen over an hour to do gel polish application? What do you think is the biggest reason why they're going to take so long?
We do it to ourselves. I did it. I used to take 45 minutes or longer to do it.
Why?
Because you feel like, oh, I've missed something. I must take longer. I don't know. It's in our head.
Yeah.
But it's like, once you kind of get past that and go, you know what? I did that. Just walk away. Next move. Did that. Walk away. I'm not going back to it. I don't need to go back to it. You'll see your speed.
Yeah. You know what? It's very much like everything else, right? You overanalyze, you'll stop and want to like keep correcting, or even if you did it well, maybe that just worked out too good and too perfectly. Let me
Maybe
go
if
back.
I take longer, it would be better.
Yeah. But the fact of the matter is, speed takes practice. And I think that what you said, which is, I'm just going to keep going and move on and next, that is hard to do, but it's essential to speed, right?
Yeah. And what I recommend is for people to have someone that they can use and go, you know what, this time I'm not going to overthink it. I'm just going to go.
Yeah.
And I bet you, please try it and comment below. I bet you'll be surprised that the look is exactly the same as if you had spent twice as long on it.
I love it. Let's do that. Give it a shot. Grab a friend, family. Don't stop. Just go through all the way. Let us know how it goes, or just in the comments below, if you've done it before, what's your experience? How do you get your speed up? We'd love to hear all about it. Tracey, great set of nails, 18 and a half minutes, incredible. We'll see you next time on Real Time.
To track down the maniac behind all